What's up everyone, it's Kelly and today I've got another swatch review for you. So today I am reviewing a new to me brand called Undn Laqr, and this is the nail polish brand that was created by musician MGK. So I have their Mad Love collection, which is a trio of Valentine's Day inspired polishes, and I have some thoughts. On the brand as a whole, but I'm going to talk about that after my swatches. But let's just take a quick step back. If you haven't heard of Undn Laqr before, like I said, it was created by MGK, who is a famous musician, and all of the products in this brand are vegan, meaning they do not use any animal-derived ingredients. They are cruelty-free, meaning they do not test their products on animals, and they're also 9-free, meaning they are free of 9 of the potentially harmful ingredients that are often found in nail polish. So that's actually a really good start. I was not expecting this brand to be any amount free. I'm impressed with that. The polishes themselves come in a really nice bottle. It's actually 15 milliliters, which is the same size as OPI, so a decent amount of polish in there. And then we also have a really nice soft touch cap with the letters of the brand on there, so I thought that was a really nice touch. We also have a wide flat brush with a rounded tip. You guys know I love the wide flat brush with the rounded tip. I also think it's very beginner friendly. It just makes application a lot easier, so definitely appreciate that. I would say the main interesting factor of this brand, aside from it being a celebrity nail polish brand, is the fact that it's being marketed as a genderless nail polish. I'm not going to talk about that yet. I'm going to save all my thoughts for after the swatches, so let's just dive right in. But really quick, I do want to talk about the box. The trio does come in this really nice box set, and this is what that looks like. Obviously, my polishes are behind me, so it's not in the box right now, but I'll show you a little close up. But this is actually really nicely packed. It feels very high quality, and I thought it was kind of funny. The inside says, "Don't huff the paint," which I feel like that's actually very similar to what Holo Taco originally had in their boxes, which I don't remember if it was don't eat the nail polish or don't lick the nail polish, but I'm sure that's just a coincidence. And then also on the back it says, you don't have to be the same person you were yesterday, which I actually really like that. We do have one cream finish and then we have 2 glitter toppers, so I'm going to show you those on their own over the naked nail, and then I'll also show you over the cream finish and then also over black, so you get a feel for how they look in different situations. Let's dive into the swatches, then we'll talk a little bit more about pricing, availability, my thoughts on the brand, marketing, all that stuff. So let's get into it. Roll the footage. As always, I am using base coat underneath all of my swatches just to protect my natural nail and prevent any stains. This brand does have a 2-in-1 base and top coat. I do not have it. I'm personally not a huge fan of the 2-in-1 formulas. I think they just don't work as well, but I am using the Cuccio base coat. So we'll start off with the cream finish. The shade is called Pretty Dangerous, and when I first saw it, I actually thought it was that jelly sort of finish that we usually see with red polishes, so I wasn't too prepared to be very excited by it, but I have to tell you, with that first stroke of the brush, I was so impressed. You can see this gave me 1 coat coverage. It was super smooth, a little bit of a thicker formula, but definitely easy to work with. Not incredibly self-leveling, but still very workable, very easy to use. The wide flat brush was super easy to use as well. I am using a second coat just to show you guys what that looked like, but I honestly feel like I could get away with wearing this in 1 coat. I thought it was just very impressive of a formula. And you can actually see in the second coat, I was a little bit more careful with application and it ended up evening out pretty nicely on the nail. So this is without top coat, still looks pretty smooth. Moving on, we have the shade Sweet Dream, and this is a matte glitter topper. So we have these hexagon glitters, aka hex glitters, in here, and we have some large, medium, and small, and they are pink and super light pink, almost white. So here it is over the naked nail, just so you can see. I really like that the bigger glitters do show up on the nail. You don't have to fish around for them in the bottle, so when you apply it, there's definitely a lot on the nail and it's not too sparse or difficult to work with. I will say the very first thing I noticed about this glitter topper is that it is an exact dupe of Loud Lacquer Steffi. I've talked about that polish a lot before on my channel. I don't believe it's available anymore, so this is a perfect dupe of it. Literally exact same formula, exact same colors, exact same consistency. So was excited to see it, but also I already do technically have this color in my collection, but I am 100% a topper person. I love glitter toppers, especially when they are matte glitter toppers. So was very excited anyway. So here it is over red. Again, super gorgeous. I didn't really have to fish around for glitters or do anything like that. Very easy application, and you can always smooth it out with some top coat. And then I also really quickly wanted to just show you guys what it looked like over black, because I absolutely love this color combination. I feel like there's just something so, I don't know, punk rock about it. I think this looks so cool. It's kind of like a paint splatter vibe going on. I just love how each nail ends up looking a little bit different depending on which larger and smaller glitters you get on the nail, but it still looks very cohesive as a full manicure. And the final shade in this trio is the shade Cosmic Glitter, and this one is a tiny iridescent micro glitter topper. So over the naked nail, it doesn't look like there's too much going on. You can definitely see a little hint of that sparkle, and then as I move my nail around, you can see a little bit more going on there. Iridescent glitters like this tend to perform a lot better in my opinion over darker shades, but I have to say I think this was the one that I was the least interested in and the least impressed by. I feel like this is just the most basic form of glitter, and I think this exact polish is available in almost every drugstore and dollar store brand, so I wasn't too excited about it. Here it is over the red shade, and again, it doesn't look like too much. I mean, it's somewhat visually interesting, but I just don't think that this one is at all worth the money. I don't think there's any sort of elevated boutique feel about it as I would have hoped. I think flakies have a little bit more of an expensive feel to them, so if I'm paying a lot of money for an iridescent topper, I probably will want it to have flakies in it, or I'll want the glitters in there to be a little bit more interesting. I don't know, this one just felt very basic to me. I think it looked the best over black. You can see a lot of those exciting colors in there. I get a little bit of blue, a little bit of green, a little bit of gold. So it definitely shows up the best over black, and it has a sort of cosmic vibe. And I can totally understand from a beginner perspective that this is a fairly exciting polish, but it's definitely very available in drugstore and dollar store brands at the exact same quality. So here is the trio all side by side so you can see what they look like. And I do think that overwhelmingly this was a positive painting experience. I think the quality of the polishes are good. There's nothing about them that I don't like. I think the only thing that's keeping me from absolutely loving the Cosmic Glitter is I think it's just a little bit basic, but that also is personal preference. So I know there are a lot of people who probably love that exact kind of glitter. But yeah, overall, I think the quality is very good. I think that both of the toppers were really packed in with a lot of glitter, so you get a lot in there. It doesn't feel super sparse or bare on the nails. I think that cream finish was absolutely incredible. I really want to try more of their cream finishes. If they're as opaque and smooth as this one, I think that that is an incredible formula to work with. So those are the Mad Love polishes, and I think barring the price point, these are very good quality. I was actually not expecting them to be as good of a quality as they were, especially that red cream. I thought the formula was really nice, very workable, very easy to use, and I think overall the brand is very beginner friendly. So if you're a person who's just getting into nail polish, then this is a really great brand to start with. I also really appreciated the topper Sweet Dream. You guys know I'm a huge fan of Undn Laqr Steffi, and this appears to be an exact dupe of it. So if you did miss out on Steffi, now you have an opportunity to get this one. I'm actually wearing it right now. I was just overall very excited to see that in the collection. So yeah, let's talk about pricing. So these polishes are definitely at a luxury price point. Like I said, they come in a 15 milliliter bottle, so you're getting a decent amount of product for the price, and they retail for $18 USD on the Undn website. You can also get the trio box set for $52 USD, which is actually $2 off rather than buying them individually. And I also noticed that they have a deal on their website that if you buy 3 or more single polishes, you get 10% off and free shipping. So as of the filming of this video, the brand has 17 different polishes available. It's a mix of cream finishes and toppers, and then they also have a 2-in-1 base and top coat, and they also have a matte top coat. So now that we've talked about the specific collection that I reviewed, I want to talk a little bit more about Undn Laqr as a brand, about their marketing as a genderless nail polish brand. I definitely have a lot of thoughts on that. I feel like this is definitely a little bit more of a controversial topic, especially now with more and more people, especially celebrities, coming out with these nail polish brands that are being marketed marketed as for men or unisex. And obviously the biggest issue there is that nail polish is already genderless. Anybody can walk into a store and buy a bottle of nail polish. You don't have to be a specific gender to do that. So a lot of people are saying that this is a marketing ploy to be calling this genderless nail polish. And obviously I do agree with that. I think it is a marketing ploy. Like I said, anybody can buy nail polish. It's not specifically gendered. However, in my opinion, I think it's actually a good marketing ploy. I feel like that might be a hot take, but let me explain why. So here's the thing. There are a lot of people, especially men, who feel like nail polish is specifically gendered for women. And it's very difficult to convince them otherwise. And I think one of the big reasons for that is that even though nail polish itself is genderless, I feel like it is marketed a lot towards women specifically. You know, especially you walk down the nail polish aisle at the store and you're seeing nail polish names like Bikini So Teeny or Can't Read Without My Lipstick. I think that makes it a little bit harder to invite non-feminine presenting people into that space because they might not feel like this product is meant for them. And I know it's easy to say like, oh, nobody would know the name of the nail polish that you're wearing, but I feel like even just the act of purchasing it can sometimes feel a little bit uncomfortable. Just to give a really random example, I am a huge jerky fan. Like I really love beef jerky. I really love turkey jerky. And I feel like it's so frustrating how much of that is marketed specifically towards men. And I like to think that I'm very comfortable with my gender and identity and expression, but I still feel so uncomfortable. You know, I recently was looking to buy a jerky sampler because I wanted to try different flavors, and the brand that I came across, I don't remember exactly what it was called, but it was something like Manly Man Beef Jerky Sampler for Men or something like that. And I was so put off, I didn't end up buying it, and I was so frustrated because I was just like, why would they make a product like that that is for sure genderless? But like, why would they make that into this specific demographic instead of marketing it towards anyone? I don't know. I just feel like even if you are very comfortable with your gender identity, it can still feel really uncomfortable to be presented with something that feels like it's not made for you, you know? I think that the normalization of celebrities who are not women wearing nail polish really helps, but I also feel like having brands like these and like some of the other celebrity brands that are marketed towards people who might not feel like Essie or OPI are made for them, I feel like it gives them an opportunity to try out this form of accessorizing and of self-care. It feels like it's almost like a gateway into the world of nail polish, you know? Like, yes, this polish is incredibly expensive. It is more expensive than the average bottle of nail polish, and you're definitely paying for the name and for supporting a celebrity. But if you are a person who is new to this world and maybe you're not that comfortable trying these brands that feel like they're already established for women, this is a great opportunity to try it. And then once you realize that this is a hobby that you are interested in, then you can reach out further and realize that there are other brands that maybe even worked better for you at a lower cost. So for that, I do think that it's worth it. And I know that there have been discussions on the glass elevator, you know, men coming in and dominating what is typically a women-dominated space and doing incredibly well with it. But in my opinion, I just feel like we do need a little bit more diverse representation of nail polish brands to make people realize that it is actually a unisex thing, you know? It's not gendered. Anybody can paint their nails regardless of their gender, regardless of their sexuality. And I think for so long, people have been marketing it specifically towards women. And I think now is a great time to kind of see that changing. And I think having more of these brands popping up makes it feel a little bit more normalized, you know? It generates conversation. It starts to shift the social perspective on nail polish. And I mean, at the end of the day, more people wearing nail polish is a good thing because that means more nail polish is going to be made, and the people like me who really love this hobby are going to get to see more and more, you know, unique and creative things coming out of it. So yeah, I feel like that might be a controversial opinion, but I do think overall this is a good thing. Now, that being said, please feel free to disagree with me. I always welcome feedback if you have a very differing opinion from me, and if I haven't taken something into consideration that you think should be mentioned, please feel free to let me know. I would love to have a discussion on it. I would love to hear your opinions. You're always welcome to leave them in the comments. And yeah, let me know your opinion on the brand overall. Let me know what you think of these male celebrities coming out with nail polishes. Let me know what you think of this collection. What do you think of these 3 polishes? What do you think of the price point? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy my swatch and review videos, I would really appreciate a thumbs up. It lets me know I'm doing a good job. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I put out new videos every Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. Huge shout out to my Cosmic Admirals on Patreon, Amanda M and Rocket Man's daughter. I really appreciate your support, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. I just saw a very appropriate fun fact question come through. I feel like this is great for an MGK nail polish review. Today's fun fact question comes from Patreon supporter Leanne, and Leanne wants to know, if you could be any mythical creature, fairy, unicorn, elf, etc., what would you be and why? I know I've already asked you guys to say some stuff in the comments, but just really quickly, just for fun, I'm curious if you guys know the answer. I always felt like in my head that it was very obvious which mythical creature I would be, so let's all take a moment, pause the video really quick, and then just leave a comment below. Maybe I'll make like a little pinned comment and you can reply to that and tell me what your guess is of what you think which mythical creature I would want to be. Unpaused, you wrote down your answer. Now let me tell you, the answer is vampire. I don't know if this is very obvious, but I feel like all of my friends joke that it's very obvious because we do, for some reason, have a lot of discussions about mythical creatures. But yes, I would 100% choose to be a vampire. Being able to live forever and be young and have nice skin and stuff seems pretty good. I feel like just in general, I think the big ones being, you know, immortal and also just being young forever seems like pretty much the big reasons for me. I would also love to have some, you know, inhuman speed and strength. But I feel like, honestly, now that I'm saying it, I feel like you could say that about a lot of different creatures. I think it would be cool to be a fairy, but if they can't lie, I feel like that would be, well, I don't know. I'm not really good at lying anyway, but if I couldn't even say, like, I don't think they can do sarcasm. And I think I'm a very sarcastic person. I'm not sure that that would work out for me, but it would be kind of cool. I don't know. I don't know anything about elves. Maybe I should look into elves. But yeah, I feel like my big answer would be vampires. I think I would be a vampire. If you guys want to answer the question for yourselves, you can also leave that in the comments. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye.